Christmas programme for a breaking news special.
Yes, it appears that during this busy census, there's been some strange going-ons which seem to be connected to each other.
It appears the little town of Bethlehem is causing a bit of a stir in the local community. A local young woman named Mary, who is heavily pregnant, has given birth to a son. Nothing remarkable about that, you would think, but apparently she couldn't find any place to stay. To make matters interesting, she also had a couple of visitors who claimed to be so-called supernatural interventions that led them to her. Tonight we have a brief news special. Firstly, we start with the story of a young newlywed girl.
It appears that there was no room for her and her husband to stay. Our correspondent finds out more.
Well, you must have had a long trip.
Yes, it was a very long trip. I was exhausted.
And how did you find the journey in your state?
It was really bad. I was walking and Joseph helped me. I started to get the pains as well.
So how did you feel when you found out there was no place to stay?
I was really disappointed. But a nice innkeeper let us stay in his stable. God helped us.
Bet that was interesting in the stable.
Yes, it really smelled. But God really helped us get through that difficult time.
And who came to visit? We've heard there's been a few visitors.
Yes, we had some shepherds and some wise men. They brought some lovely gifts. I know my son is special because God told me he was special.
Yeah, God. All right. So, who came to visit you?
You just asked me that.
All right. Yes, so what did you name your child in the end?
He's called Jesus. Well, at least she found somewhere, whether it was from God.
In other related news, we managed to track down some shepherds who claim to have had a supernatural encounter.
We will now turn to some footage which some viewers may find cause for concern.
This is a really nice night, isn't it? A really nice night tonight.
Some beans.
Yeah, you should have some beans and stuff.
Marshmallows. And some colours. Marshmallows.
Yeah. So get the egg.
Yeah, do you want like egg?
Yeah.
Want like egg? Yeah, bacon.
What was
Sausages.
And bacon. I'm like the one fire.
No, you're not. I am.
No, I am.
No, I am.
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 I like the bonfire.
I am, because I'm bigger than you.
I am.
I am what?
Oh, can you tell me what you saw?
I saw a bright light.
What was the bright light?
Well, the bright light just, then there was a voice saying, go and see this baby.
Baby? What baby?
There was lots of singing there and things. It was quite confusing, but they asked us to go down and see the baby, so I went down to see the baby.
Who was the baby? Okay, that was rather strange.
We also tracked down some wise men to see why they came.
What can I speak to you? Hello? Hello? Can I speak to you? Can I ask you what you're doing here? The king? You mean King Herod?
No, the baby.
Baby? What baby?
Just look to the stars.
The stars? I don't understand. Can you tell me a bit more? Can you tell me a bit more? I don't know. So there you have it, something about a king, a baby and looking to the stars. I think I'll just give up this job and get a desk job. Later today we got word from Herod's palace concerning this incident.
We acknowledge Herod has had visitors from afar looking for a king, in which they believe a star was leading them to. In light of this incident, we must stress this is a cruel joke and there is no other king except Herod. We must remind our people caught saying otherwise or proclaiming this will be subject to punishment. This incident is nothing more than a publicity stunt, and we urge people to carry on with their lives as normal. We as a palace will be taking the necessary steps shortly to stop this falsehood spreading. Failure to comply will result in severe consequences.
We wonder what these steps will be. And now a word from our sponsors.
Pepsi for pastas picks up your perfect day.
Welcome back. Joining us in the studio tonight, we have astrologer Dr. Hargrave and Doctor Who Not to Believe. So tell me, Dr. Hargrave, what do you think about the star?
Personally, I think this is a load of rubbish. This is not a star, it's some random lights, or most likely a cloud in the sky. These wise men are talking a load of rubbish. You can't follow a star to find a king. I think this is a figment of their imagination. After all, this would mean that there would be some divine being in control, and we wouldn't want that, would we?
Thanks, Dr. Hargrave. Now we're going to speak to Doctor Who Not to Believe about the shepherd's encounter.
No, absolute rubbish, absolute rubbish. These are just people making a jokey video for the YouTube generation that you must be part of. There must be 30 or 40 low-flying aircraft missing my house every day. Because my chimney's been knocked off the house, I have to replace it every 5 years or so, or it could just be noises of cars going by.
Sounds like you need to move.
You do realise there's no roads or airfields near where the shepherds filmed?
Well, my house isn't next to an airfield or a road, but I get them. I mean, it could be weather balloons or kids playing pranks on these guys. There's no way this is true. I mean, if it were, they would imply there was a king born. Where would that lead us? Certainly not true in my books.
Well, thank you both for coming on to the show tonight. What do you think? We'd like you to send in your emails about what you think of the whole story.
And that's the news on Channel 6. Thanks for listening.